got a fever, and the only cure is more dead angels.
Yahoo! Y'all making me a little nervous.
Names of our friends.
Thank you for the follow. I just ran downstairs. I yelled at somebody. I told them I command you give me your water bottle, and they said no, go downstairs and get your own. And I persisted until I got my way. And then, because I'm just so, how do you say it? I'm just so generous. I let them have their own water bottle, and I went downstairs and got my own. Am I not kind? Am I not sweet? What? Hi, everybody. I think I might be okay. I'm a little bit sad that I won't be fully myself for this because I've been hyping it up. And a lot of the imagery of Sailor Synth is very peppy and cute. I did have an idea that a somber direction might be nice, but I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of going in that somber route because of my mood alone. But ultimately, I am a little bit... I am apologetic that I might not be how I intended to be for you guys. But... oh, thank you. Did I say thank you for the gift subs yet? I think I got some bits too. Thank you so much. But hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? I also have the other chat up. Trying to be good. Trying to be well behaved. But did you guys like the opening song? Both that song and this song are done by Cement T. And I realized last second as I was staring at the starting soon screen that I completely forgot to credit the BRB screen and starting soon screen. So I'm like, alright, well, I'm gonna be on the starting screen for a bit. I got time to like whip this out. Yeah, Cement has a lot of range. He did wonderful. And I really like this song especially because it's kind of like chill, you know? But I've been hyping this up for so long. Have you guys noticed anything about your form? You are the Croc Bros now. Look at you. You're a bunch of little tiny saltwater crocodiles. Albino ones specifically. Man, I've always seen imagery of albino crocodiles since I was a kid, and I've just always loved them. I think it was like a last second thing to where I was oh my god, I forgot another credit. Holy, okay, I'm not gonna, hold on, I gotta, I'm so bad. I was doing all these slides, yesterday, I think, and I thought I did everything, but, I gotta add one more thing. So, Terracotta Scarf is who did my little stream avatars. So, stream avies. Oh, thank you for the gift subs, Machi Nut. Everybody, too. Hold on, I gotta copy their Twitter so I could do this properly. Hi, Gio. Oh, this is my alternate form. And I'm gonna, like, not be too much of a killjoy. I'll try to do a little bit of teasing. I won't rush too into it. Maybe a little bit more teasy than usual. But, right now, I'm only stalling because I need to quickly write down the proper credits. So everybody gets credited. I don't think there's anybody I'm forgetting at this point. Like, everybody should be here. It's all okay. It's gonna work out. Give me a second. It's me, Sailor Synth. I've always been around. I actually can't remember when I created the Twitter, but, I mean, I've been kind of in production for a long time, but I guess I'll get into that whenever the time comes, because I gotta do this all organized. You know I like my organization. You know I like my structure. I'm not good at it, but I love to do it. I gotta put this in the Sailor Synth slides. Gonna rename this shit to 06. Okay, for real, I think that everything's good, so we could start kind of moving around. 4 or 5 months, was it really? That feels like a long time. Is the tail plugin? It is, of course it is. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I also forgot to thank everybody who followed while I was on the starting soon screen. But wow, look at all you little crocodiles. Yeah, I'm a little small. I'm an adult, but I'm very petite and small. So let's start doing a little bit of the reveal. Do you like the tail? It was Oku's idea to give me a big fat tail, which will make me extra cute because I'm so small. But let's get to something interesting. This is where the money maker is. This is the money maker. Do you concede that? Do you like? I think in the other previews that I've shown, I did not have the purse included. I'm pretty sure. Let me go ahead and check my Piku page. I can't really remember this kind of thing very well. Oh, eventually I did add it, but I censored the face. But this is everything. This is the identity. Look at him. Oh, also I named him Krauser because, yeah, you know why. And I got a little Tamagotchi. Do you guys like? Hi, Speedwagon. Hello. And everybody on an individual level. Chat's a little bit fast, but I'm really excited to see a lot of your names. I'm really glad that you guys made time to, like, stop by and, like, chill with me a little bit. And don't sweat it if you can't stay long. It's fine. And don't sweat it if you can't make it at all. I mean, we all have schedules. Well, yeah, this is my little crocodile Krauser. So he's real. I put a strap on him, but he's certainly real. Oh, I think that's phantom stuff. Is that gonna keep going, or should I do that thing where I refresh my overlay? Yeah, he's real, but it's not like the thing they do with turtles. You know how sometimes they turn turtles into purses, but that's actually bad for them? This crocodile is just resilient. He just doesn't mind. He doesn't care. And I respect that. Oh shit, I already had a water bottle. But look at how he moves. I'm so happy. Okay. So we're seeing a little bit more. I, in fact, do have an upper torso, believe it or not. Hi. I hope this is somewhat interesting to you guys, because I've been kind of spoiling what the overall design looks like. But it's different when you see it move. Oh my god, hello, Misha, Hinkitsuki, Hime. I don't know why I want to say the lawn name, but hi. How nice bow grading. Oh yeah, isn't it cool? And I like that it's torn a little bit, so we got a little bit of a mess. Please tell me I didn't just hear thunder. Of all the days, the internet is gonna probably shut off and the stream is gonna be ruined. I'll have to do a second debut then. Worst case scenario, if this goes really bad, there is military in Nessa to look forward to. But let's go ahead and do the big reveal. So this is gonna be really weird, especially because I don't have the most moe voice, but hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi. Do you like? Look at what my mama and papa did. Oku, I love you. Hi Shayla, isn't it cute? I'm so happy. You would never think that I'm evil. Hello, I have a bunch of toggles. I got all kinds of stuff to show you. I want to pinch my cheeks. Honestly, Shayla, you've known me a long time, and I feel like this is how you've always viewed me. Is just like this little small thing. Hard to control. Chaotic. Means well. Stupid. You guys are cheering me up so much. It's not, of course it's not a toy knife. Also, this is a big knife. It is a big knife. I got it from the kitchen drawer. I had to stand on a stool. Oh, I'll reveal a little bit of lore about me, kind of. Not like VTuber lore, but real life. I really hate this. So, we have a washing machine, and it's kind of tall. So, I have to actually, like, completely climb into it in order to get to the very bottom to get, like, socks and panties and stuff. I really hate it because it's really uncomfortable. Whenever you get, like, older, it's not really fun to, like, squeeze in tight places and crawl on the ground and do kind of shit like that. I don't know why. They just don't think about certain heights of people. Let's just say that. But it is very frustrating. I had to do that last night. I'm like, I'm gonna do laundry. I'm gonna wear my favorite shirt today while I do this. And it's like, alright, time to dive into this fucking shit. Dig the rowboat. Oh, isn't it cute? Someone needs to get one of the. Oh my god, the grabby claws. Yeah,
now
like where they got the shark. Oh, shit, I should get one of those. I've never wanted to, but now suddenly I want it. Also, thank you for the pip. Sorry, I'm like zoned out. The bow looking, right? I feel like washing out the bow was a really good idea to help it not be too distracting. Just having like that right balance to the character design. So the rig is done by Nunpire, which you might know who that is. And that's what I say. Nunpire. Oh, what a cute name. But do you like the little bows on the hat? I'm so happy. I don't even know like what to start with. Like, do I start with Ghost? Hi! Ghost, you're gonna be like this. I mean, oops. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Sorry. Are you happy? What do you think? I don't know if I showed you any videos at all. Like, I tried to keep most people unspoiled, but I had to show some people. It's also a cute carryover to Synth where it's almost ghostly. Yeah. So, I'm so many things that is a little bit annoying to say fully what I am. I am a saltwater... I am an albino saltwater crocodile sailor ghost. Who wants to say all that? It's almost easier if I say just crocodile, but it is albino crocodiles, because crocodiles aren't typically like white like that. She was poached. My lips are always so dry, so I just put on my chemical and I get that nice burn. She's haunting the seas with her, oh god. It's so true. It is so true. Do you like my orange hair? I love my orange hair. I am obsessed with it. Do you like... Oh my god, there's so much I want to talk about. Where do I start? I don't know what to start with. Okay. Okay, you guys tell me. Should I start with, like, facial toggles? Or should I start with hair and outfit toggles? What should I do? Face? Okay. So... Yeah. Wow, you guys are so cool. You guys are so cool. We're coming here. Hi. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, Gissa. Ooh. Thank you. Ooh. And then I got love. There's so, by the way, you know how the people kind of joke about how VTubers will ask for a ton of toggles that they don't use? That's kind of me. There are a little bit more toggles that I just couldn't fit on my big stream deck. But I wouldn't say to not do that kind of thing, because if you want to make a variety of like fun images or thumbnails, more is better. But in terms of quick access while you're live, you do have to limit it a little bit, because button limit and our brains can only handle so much, you know what I mean? I got this, the shadow face. Not allowed to be this cute. Oh my god, Sailor Synth can't be this cute. I got the dizzy. Oh shit. I have, oh god, I forgot to set a few extra toggles because I need to use my number pad for them. There is one that I'm able to do. Hold on. Okay, so you see this? And then so you can do the steppies or you can do the little dance. I did not know which one I wanted, so I was offered, like, wait, you want to do both? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I also got, let me see, I got, oh, what was it that I was about to do? Oh, I can quickly go and, can I? Hold on, I'll show, there you go, you get to see the BRB screen. I do have Sprout added, but I don't actually trust that it doesn't show everything, for sure. I want to quickly add, 2 expressions, or 1? 1? Yeah. Wait, right? Let me see. Okay, that's it. Okay, then I'm gonna make this 2. And then cancel that. Okay. I'm back. Also, I'm gonna probably get overheated because I'm out here in the sun at the beach. But I could do... Thank you. I knew that when I saw that Oku could do these kind of expressions, I knew that I had to do them. I had to get them. Isn't it cute? Hi, Moose. Yes, I'm revealing it now. And then, I also have Naruto. No, legitimately, like, when did this kind of eye style start? I feel like the first time I personally started seeing it was Naruto, or maybe it's just that Naruto did it so much that I associate it as like a Naruto thing. But hello, also hi new chatters, how are you guys doing? Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to investigate me. Merlin, hi! It was Naruto! Let's go! Hit him with the... Also, the rig is so advanced, like it can actually kind of tell when my eyebrows are doing different expressions. Also, I could do,
Names of a friend.
Oh, thank you for the follow. I could do this. I've always liked rigs that can do this. But I love my old models. Well, she's not my old model. I love my main models rig too. I love that there's just so many different styles to live 2D and rigs. Like everybody has their own different touch of how they do things. And I really like just so many styles. This style is like totally new to me. It's more bouncy. It has like a bit more like stuff like you know, the sideways face stuff. There technically is a cheek puff, but I disabled it because like sometimes I accidentally do something that makes it look a little bit odd on my part, really. But I'll probably reactivate it eventually. But it's just so fun, like feeling a little bit different. And then I can kind of zoom out so you can get the whole picture. I'm so happy! You know what cheers me up is looking at the amazing work that Oko and Nunpire did. Also, thank you for the follow. But look, I dancey. I'm so happy. I really love how the crocodile Krauser moves. But are you a bunch of Krausers? Or is it just Krauser on me and then the rest of you are just normal crocodiles? Hello, Dizzy, hi. What, isn't it cute? I'm so happy. Do you like my Tamagotchi? It also flashes. Hello, Zali. Hi. Okay. So, wait. Let me think. Oh, the big bang. Wow. Because I'm still a ghost. Do you like? I like that it's a different style than my other ones. They're both so cool. I love like my little ghost flames. I'm really happy that they were able to do it. And it's animated in like a really cool way. They're just amazing. But I like these. I like to have them out. Oh, thank you for the follow. Lucky. Let me see. Do I have any more face toggles? Oh, I have this. Ugh. Not Riona. I just harm others. And then... ready? Oh, I was so sad. Well, not anymore, but... Look at how beautiful the tears are. They're so cute and stylized. I won't cry anymore, though. Isn't it cute? And then... I have emotions. I'm just a girl with emotions. Like this. And then I also have... this. What's wrong? And then I also got... this. You wouldn't like me when I'm pissed off, right? Yeah, I can see your fear. Don't ever make me angry or I'll cry. And then, I have like this confident eyebrow, and then I got the calm eyebrow. Hi, Glimmy, thank you so much for the gift subs. Booting somebody off the plank. Did you know that walking the plank was apparently not a thing? If I recall, I know that because whenever I would watch Pirates of the Caribbean, pretty much any movie that I liked, I would watch it 5,000 times like an insane person, and I would like to listen to the commentary tracks as well as all the behind the scenes. And there was like really cute stuff with the Pirates of the Caribbean one where they talked a bit about pirate history. And yeah, I'm gonna get into like my history with nautical stuff and be like, why nautical? Because as everybody knows, I do have a main form. Her name is PumpkinSynth and Pumpkin and Nessa. I do want to go ahead and say I'm always a duo set. 2 characters, 5,000 costumes. That's kind of how we work. But we have now alternate universe forms, which is what I am. And I'm going to get into my history of nautical why. Why? Where did this come from? You haven't talked about it before. Oh, I always fucking curse. I'm a sailor mouth. And to me, it's weird that sometimes I come across people who aren't. I actually had a coworker get upset at me before, and I'm just like, Really? This is so normal. Vanessa, she died at sea instead. I don't even know if Vanessa's... I mean, I guess I am still a ghost, huh? But I haven't really thought about how Vanessa is in this alt life. But you're gonna give me bad ideas. You're gonna make me want to commission Oku to make a Vanessa model. To also neglect. For anybody who doesn't know, I neglect my human form. She's the gimmick. What happened? Misha got censored. They're trying to censor you. I can't believe the agenda would do this to you. It fits the sailor. It does. It does. And you know, in the end, it feels like I'm always Gap Moe. It said Abs would like a word with you. What word? Crabs? We can... Wait. What's the first letter? And then if we work really hard, we can figure out the rest. I'm gonna turn on my fan. Hold on, I'm dying. Luckily for normal streams, I can always have my fans on. It's just whenever I'm a Fuji tech. I assumed it was crabs. Oh, to be a linguistic crocodile at the bottom of Pumpkin's stream. I love crocodiles. The marketable crustacean from SpongeBob would like a word with you. Crabs. Did they think it was sexy ones? Okay. So, ready? Okay, ready? I have alternate versions because I would go crazy without a little bit of variety to spice things up. I don't know what illness causes me to need things and variety so much, but I certainly needed some. Also have, this is not too crazy different, but boop, light blue. So this was Oku's favorite. Oku liked the idea of me being like brighter blue, and I think it looks really nice, but my original vision was always like this, kind of like darker blue, because it's like my favorite. Also, where's Omo? Omo, I'm cosplaying you now. Your Honor, just pull it. I'm just a girl. Your Honor, I'm just a girl. How many Sailor Sense skebs exist? A few. I actually should show them before we get into our slides. Wait, don't go anywhere. We got a bunch of stuff to show, and then you can abandon me whenever we get to Doom 2, technically. But, okay, so I could take my hat off, although I don't know why I would. It's like, I love my hat. And then we also have... You can see my ears. Gives a totally different vibe, don't you think? But then... Pigtails. I think I've tried to keep this one, like, secret. I don't recall showing many people that I have this as an alternate hairstyle. This hairstyle was actually, kind of, came up with by, my first 2D mama, Unks. She did a really sweet, art of me, Mame, and Mina. And she gave me this kind of hair with... Hold on, how do I... With these kind of ribbons, and I'm like, I need to utilize this because it's so cute. I didn't even realize that the ears wiggle. That's cool. But you like? Unfortunately, whenever I wear the hat, how do I do this? Whenever I wear the hat, if you have the ribbons with it as well, it becomes a little bit too busy, but that's okay because I think having... Sometimes when I don't wear the hat, I think it's cute. Because I like the ribbons a lot. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer the default hair or do you prefer the pigtails? I prefer default, of course, but I think people might prefer this a little bit because it's different. Well, it's cute. But for the most part, I think that's basically... Oh! I didn't show arm toggles yet, did I? Okay, so... I have my little buddy Krauser too. Because Krauser's still here. I could technically disable the purse one, but it's kind of like integral to the design to have it on all the time. It's what I feel like helps me stand out. But I just have a bunch of these, a bunch of gators. So this is Krauser 2, and Purse Krauser is Krauser 1. And then I also have Game Controller. And look, I can press the buttons. infinitely, which is pretty accurate to how I am in real life. Like when I'm trying to skip a fucking cutscene or something and I'm not allowed to. And then, what do you think? I think this drink is super adorable, and I can kind of drink it. Ready? Which is pretty much how I typically drink. I love this. I like the little stars inside. And then you already saw the knife. I'm drinking, I don't know, some kind of fruity tea thing. I've never actually considered what I am drinking. Matcha toggle for the cup. Matcha toggle, that would be nice. I thought about drinking matcha today, but I ended up having a coffee so I could wake up. I woke up like really early. I had to go to work, which is good. I had to process a bunch of stuff before I came here and popped on. But I just have this weird feeling like I'm forgetting something. I technically have blush. That's something. But I guess we can kind of go over to the slides. Oh yeah, the tie around the neck was Oku's idea, and I think it's super cool. Because if not for that, I probably would have just gone with a choker, because I feel like I'm a little bit uncreative in a lot of ways. Sailors drink lots of alcohol. I'm a sailor who doesn't like alcohol. I'm surrounded by all these cool people who drink alcohol, but I'm kind of like, I just don't like the taste. Oh, thank you for the follow. I prefer like lattes. Even though a lot of lattes I drink it, I'm like, man, this is really gross. Oh god, I can't wait for another one tomorrow. I don't know why I'm like this. And I like matcha lattes, pink drinks, kind of, you know, typical stuff. And I like fruit juice, and yeah, London fogs. London fogs are really, really good, but sometimes I'm scared to get them because a lot of the baristas put the wrong type of tea in them. And if they put the wrong type of tea, it doesn't taste good. Oh, you told me to do to order like a certain type of London fog or whatever from Amazon. I just haven't gotten around to it because I was probably like trying to wean off the drinks. Yeah, I will add it to the throne eventually. I just later. I don't want to. I don't know. I just feel like alcohol tastes gross. I've tried a few times and I just don't really feel like I personally have an incentive to drink it. Like, it doesn't really give me any kind of reward. I guess it's supposed to give you a buzz so you can relax. Oh, but I'd rather feel anxious, I guess. What about flavored soju? Is soju like the sparkle water? I know I don't like sparkle water. Like, I got one from an anime convention before and I didn't really like it. You know what is cool? Cigarettes. Don't smoke them though, those are evil too. But what an aesthetic. Soju is Temu flavored vodka. Oh, okay. I know I've heard of it by name, but I don't think I have any kind of visualization on what it looks like. I just legitimately like the taste of alcohol. Yeah, like if you can kind of get like a acquired taste for it, I can totally see liking it. I know that there's something that I used to not like, and then I kept drinking it and I realized I kept drinking it or eating it, and then I realized I really liked it, but I cannot remember on the top of my head what it is. Hi, Abigail. Now I'm a crocodile too. What do you think of that? More VTubers. I think if you have one of those kind of toggles, you might have to like change your category. I'm not really sure how it works. I almost got one for Vanessa, but I'm just like, I don't want to deal with anything. I'm just not going to do it. Oh, for anybody who doesn't know the lore, Vanessa is my human form, and she holds a cigarette to look cool, but she doesn't actually smoke because she's stupid. But I think it's time. Oh, so many of you haven't seen my game screen. What do you think? Oh, this might be a bunch of like alerts. Also, my flames are acting up, so I'm gonna disable them a little bit. They could be a little bit finicky. It might be like some kind of toggle confliction that I got going on. Do I want to... My comfort. I need my comfort. My comfort crocodile. Okay. Let's refresh this, actually. It's showing a bunch of, like, old stuff. But I decided to make slides because, I mean, I don't know if anybody thinks judges debuts for, like, being samey. I'm not really sure. I feel like I might have seen somebody say something like that before. Where it's like, oh, they all do slides, they all do this. But it's kind of like, it's so helpful to not... to have less... How do I say this? when it's structured, it just makes it easier. Because not everybody can just come up with tons of shit on the fly. So it's just better for me, at least, especially because my ADHD, which you're going to hear me mention the ADHD 5,000 times. But let me go ahead and scale this up for myself so I can kind of read it easier. So, I'm Sailor Synth. I am a saltwater albino crocodile ghost, but we don't need to worry about the ghost that much. I'm an alternate universe form of PumpkinSynth. More cutesy, say so, less emphasis on horror than my normal form, but still has that sailor mouth, of course. Also subtle, but she's still a ghost. I live near a lighthouse. It is not because of Saba, though funny timing, but I also like lighthouses, and Sailor Synth's kind of been in production, but I worry that it might look like I'm just like mimicking that. I swear I'm not. Mostly I'm sailing around on a little boat, fishing and playing on the beach. I have no end goal except meeting new friends. I know, Riveting lore. I like the culture and fear surrounding nautical the most, like man-made structures, transportation, etc. I like the horror of the ocean, and I'll get into that more. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Some people do like variety stuff. Some people can do karaoke, or they'll do like a really crazy hand cam stream, or there's lots of interesting stuff that you can do, but I'm not interested. That's not what we're about here. We play video games. We talk about hating old stuff. No, we talk about loving new stuff. Sorry, I'm just out of it. And we talk about hating new stuff is what I meant to say. I was so out of it yesterday. I plugged my phone into like a random ass charger. I don't even know if it really worked. I never plug it into that one. I do the kind of, do you ever do the thing where you put a fork randomly in the fridge? That's like me if I'm like too like scatterbrained, you know? You're not doing the incredibly skilled Corone front cartwheel? I can't do that. But that sounds amazing. I can do like a jumping jack. Want me to see? Want me to do? Oh, right, I forgot. I have to actually, be able to hit the buttons to, like, go through the slides, So this is to kind of, like, fully clear up what the fuck is my brand, what is going on, because I know it's crazy, but I get it, but maybe a lot of new people won't, so this is the I'm confused, yeah, I know section. So, PumpkinSynth, who is the channel name, is my main form. She's my main model. She's my main identity. Also, hello, Kuru. PumpkinSynth is my second main form. She is an eldritch ghost. She is an extension of PumpkinSynth for lore reasons. They are similar but different, so this is very important. They are equal, and I present my content and my channel as a duo set, always. They have many alternate costumes, but they're only costumes. So that is basically the deal. There is my human form, but treat that as a gimmick. That is not really what I kind of push regarding my brand. Now to explain what Sailor Synth and Captain NS are. They are alternate universe spin-off versions with their own focused theme, and to balance things, their focused games will be nautical, military, and shmups. I love these forms, and they're more than just gimmicks. I will try to treat them equally, which makes me a little bit nervous, because like with the other forms, I feel like I can stream anything, but I've set out to have specific content for just these Moe models. I call them Moe models to kind of make it like simpler. Okay, so I had to come up with some slides. So nautical. So I'll focus on talking about the nautical stuff and save the military-esque for Ness's debut. I can tell you that it won't be as interesting. But I really love water in video games, submarines, oil rigs, ships, etc. as set-ins for video games and movies, especially horror. I like to watch YouTube videos on them too. Underwater cave diving too. I grew up around water with sea aesthetic, house furnishing, and always loved to swim the few times I was able. My parents got me into sharks when I was young, and my dad maintained really fancy saltwater aquariums. I think some of the first things I drew were fish and sharks. And I'm really nostalgic and sad that my dad gave up the aquariums, but they were just a lot of work. Like, you have to change out the water. You have to do lots of cleaning. It's an expensive hobby. But it was really fun. Just like seeing that. I really always liked the saltwater aquariums. I don't know why, but they would always use like fluorescent lights to make it like really glowy. Why did they do? I guess freshwater kind of does that too, but it usually has a warm glow, or at least that's how it was for my house. Maybe that's not the universal rule, but we had lots of cool stuff. Like we had a snowflake eel. We had like a big puffer fish. We had a little shark, but I think it passed away. It's kind of hard to take care of some of these things. We had like, I don't remember what it was, something that would eat all the algae that's on the glass cases. Yeah, the snowflake eel was so cool, but I was so young, I really don't remember like why we got, why. No, it's 'cause I think he sold it all at once because he couldn't maintain it anymore. Do you have plans for Moe model emotes? I didn't even think about that, actually. I guess I could commission somebody to do that. Saltwater fish in tanks are the most vibrant. Okay, because that's how I've always seen it. I think we even had real coral, too, so it was really neat. This avatar looks lovely. Thank you for showing us. Thank you. Okay, so while I'm kind of goth, I don't fit neatly into any particular archetype. There was a period where I dressed primarily nautical, but it's been a long time. I miss it though, and it was really important to me in my young adulthood. My favorite animal is crocodiles. And the big inspiration, the final push that made me realize or maybe remember how much nautical meant to me, nautical sailor, was Dredge. When I played through Dredge, that was a perfect game to me. That really captured the exact vibe that I'm looking for in nautical content, where it's a good balance of relaxing but eerie and horror. It was just, I was so happy to finally play that game, and I've been kind of wanting more stuff like it ever since. So I definitely need to credit Dredge for kind of pushing me in that direction, because whenever I was initially planning these models out, the first idea was it was just going to be shmup kind of inspired versions of my classic designs, so they were going to look very familiar, and I was going to have the biohazard forms as a variant, and then I ended up adding the sailor and military aesthetic because of Dredge. Although Dredge isn't about military, but I had to come up with something that would suit Nanessa's theming, and military would suit her more than sailor, so that's why one is sailor and the other's military. But I guess I hit this moment where I'm like, I really don't want to do the 5,000 different like thematic costumes like I do on the default models. I really want something that feels focused and consistent for my own sanity, because like I'm a pretty chaotic person, but I do really seek out structure too, even though I don't handle it well. But I'm like, you know what? Instead of just doing a variety show again, just pick something. And so I have. So any alternate costumes that I do eventually get for these models, and I do have a concept for winter variants, it's always going to be strictly to the theme, and it's going to be nautical and it's going to be military. Now, I don't know if I would I don't consider Sailor Synth military at all. She just wears a sailor outfit to look cute, but Nanessa will be. Also, I hope I'm not boring you guys yet, and I'm very sorry that I haven't been able to more like be on top of responding to each individual message. Explorer of the Seas. Yeah, Synth likes to sail around. She's simple. I tend to not go overly hard in developing deep lore for any characters I create. I just like concepts more, like ideas. No apologizing. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so I want to kind of highlight what I like about nautical aesthetic, what I seek out, and the kind of content that I typically dabble into, like what I consume and stuff. Which I think is what, when I was making this, I started realizing that, I'm kind of tapping into the gap of Moe, I think, because I don't really look like the kind of character that would be into this kind of stuff. So, obviously Jaws. Jaws is one of my favorite movies of all time. I technically have Pirates of the Caribbean on here, never mind. But Jaws is a fantastic movie. I just love the overall energy. I like its presentation. I like its cast. Like every segment of it is good. You know, there's no like, oh, this is my favorite segment of the movie. It's like I like all of it as one picture. And I did watch Jaws 2 recently, which was weird. It was like almost inoffensive in a way. Like there were some things that were cringe, like they were messing up the balance of what made the original Jaws so good. Like they were getting more kills or doing that kind of thing. But Jaws 2 was weirdly safe, which is why I'm really excited to see Jaws 3, which is like Jaws 3D, right? Where it's just crazy and it takes place at an aquarium. Hi, Robin. Thank you for the raid. Hi. You came just in time. Hello. Although, Robin, if you pulled a launch stream and you got arrested, it's okay. Can anybody give her a shout out, please? I can do it myself, though, but I like... Oh, thank you! Whoop, trying to recreate... Oh my god, I should have put Lighthouse. I actually kind of liked the Lighthouse movie. I think I need to rewatch it again. You ever watch something and you like it, but you didn't get, like, crazy hooked either? That was Lighthouse for me. I need to watch it again so that Tism can kind of, like, really kind of seep in properly. But anyway. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Friends.
So I do like One Piece, but I'm not like the biggest One Piece fanatic or anything. There's just other series that vibe with me more in terms of pacing, cast, themes, etc. But I was really down bad for Eustace Kid for a really long time. But first it was Shanks. Shanks was my big crush for a really long time, and then I kind of settled on Eustace, and I still really like him, but I'm kind of starving right now as a Eustace fan. I don't know if he's... I think they teased that he's dead. I don't think he is. I don't know what's going on. But speaking of One Piece, I think it's wrapping up, right? Doesn't that feel weird? It feels like certain series are meant to go on forever, and then other series that do go on forever shouldn't. Kid, in some ways, is an evil version of Shanks. I don't know. Eustace, there's a lot to him, and he's got a more tragic past and everything. I don't know if they're ever going to give him an actual arc that explores that. They kind of got into that with, what is it called? They got into that with, the SBS thing, where it's like a little trivia thing. You know what's funny? I actually almost put... Wait. Yeah, so I wanted to put Dread Crew of Oddworld and Ye Banished Privateers, but I think I've only really listened to one Ye Banished Privateer song, which I really like. Is that the one where they go, throw him overboard? Yeah, I like that song a lot. I like it so much that it distracts me from actually exploring more of their stuff. And then I've listened to a few Dread Crew of Old World songs, but my ADHD is so bad, I never sat down and listened to everything they have, but I have a few of their physical CDs. I even think I maybe have a Ye Banished Privateer CD. And they're not fully pirate, but they would dabble in it every now and then. They're a steampunk group. Oh, why can't I remember their name suddenly? It's been a while since I brought them up, but normally I can remember it. Abney Park. That was it. I don't remember. No, Abney Park does do airship stuff, but I'm pretty sure they have an album that's literally dedicated to normal pirates, and I love that one a lot. Also, hello, Core. Hi, Synth. I like this model. I like Goth and Moe, so you're covering all my bases. I'm glad. The name Eustace makes me think of the old man from Courage the Cowardly Dog. You know, I forgot his name was actually that. I never watched the show too much. But let me get back on track. So, I have a few YouTubers. One is Brick Immortar. Brick Immortar. I don't know how to say it out loud, right? But he basically covers a lot of... disasters due to negligence regarding, like, typically water-based structures, so like oil rigs, ships, boats, etc., etc. His stuff is very informative. He's very respectful in how he presents the content, and he's one of my favorite channels. Absolutely, I would highly recommend him. There's also Ocean Liner Designer. It's Ocean Line Designers or Ocean Liner Designs. I always remember that the guy's name is Brady. I just remember that his name's Brady. He's kind of like a variety, but he mainly covers ships. Just everything about them. Not just like disasters, but all kinds of things. I like his content a lot too. I haven't watched it as much as I watched Brick and Mortar though. I put Titanic there because I like Titanic when it starts sinking. Not the real incident, but the movie. Like... It's a fantastic spectacle. It has, like, the romance, and I'm not really a big fan of romance. But whenever it gets to the ship sinking, it's fucking fantastic. The presentation, everything about it. I think a really big defining thing about me, and I'll get into it when I show the next slide, is that I am more of just an otaku for movies, for games, for anime. That's kind of like my main defining thing, but I do look for certain themes in the media that I consume. Also, hi, King. Titanic movie is my guilty pleasure. I don't remember if I did, but I think I want to show... I think I either did, or I want to make Mina watch the Titanic in the second half and not even watch the first half. I'm not as... It's not bad. It's, like, perfectly valid and good, like, for what it is. I'm not overly into it as much. Like, I can personally watch it from beginning to end, but whenever it gets to the second half, all the practical effects, the sets, just absolutely fantastic. And then there's also Masaru, who I discovered him more recently. I got addicted to his tuna jerky for a while, but he is a fisherman who shows himself catching, prepping, cooking, and eating lots of fish, or lots of other variety stuff. Like he once skinned and ate a alligator, which is so cool. He had to inflate it to get the skin like separated. He's super cool. Black Sails? That doesn't ring a bell. Can you elaborate? I'm gonna try to be here whenever you're shmup to no good. Oh, yeah. I can't forget that is one of the main reasons why I wanted to do these models. I want to play shmup games. But Masaru channel, very, very cool. Very relaxing. I like his type of editing. And then we have Das Boot, if I'm saying that right, which is an amazing miniseries about German soldiers in a submarine. It's about 8 episodes. It was one of the best things I've watched. I want to rewatch it because it's not overly fresh in my mind. Now, there, I believe, is a new Das Boot, and there's also a movie version, which I think is the miniseries cut up into movie length. I would not recommend that. Watch the show. It's pronounced like boat, Das Boot. I mean, that would make sense, Das Boot. But it says boot, B-O-O-T. Everybody always makes fun of how I say Barrow-Q and melee. I'm trying here. I'm gonna take this sip. You love the movie? Watch the show then. Watch the show, it's better. It has like better pacing because of that. It's all about that build-up. Have you thought of trying out Stormworks? Is that a game or like a show? Barrow-Q, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ulu. It's a boat game. You build codes. Can you link me the Steam link? Because I need to play nautical and like military games, I really need to like build up the library. There's like stuff that I already know about and already have, but I kind of need to play more. Oh, you like them? Aren't they adorable? Terracotta made them. But let me continue. So, another genre of nautical kind of content that I like to watch, I guess because of like morbid curiosity, but I am very sympathetic about it, is underwater cave diving. It is a very dangerous hobby, and it's fascinating to me that the people who are the thrill seekers, the people who want to climb Mount Everest, the people who want to go cave diving, the people who want to climb normal caves. Normal caves are fucking dangerous. Throw in water, extra dangerous. It's just scary, and I guess, I don't know, because I'm so anxious about certain things, I like to consume media that makes me anxious. Yeah, Tamagotchi, that's what I got. Another thing I really like is... friends. Thank you for the follow. Another thing that I like, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and probably arguably the best shark movie besides Jaws, is Deep Blue Sea. Because my parents were so into sharks, I was able to consume this movie, thank God. It was in our DVD box, and I rewatched this movie 5,000 times when I was young, and every time I go back to it and rewatch it, it still holds up. It is basically a high-budget B-movie. Like, great sets, good concept. It's like a sci-fi kind of concept. Great cast. I like its presentation. I like its main theme. I really would recommend Deep Blue Sea if you haven't had it. It is one of those movies that I tried to sell on people so hard, but it is very good. Yeah, B+ movie. It's a movie that has some awareness of it being a shark movie. I guess so. Do you know why they changed the original ending? I actually did not. I don't know much about the development of this movie. I'm pretty sure I did watch behind the scenes on the DVD, a really long time ago, but it's been so long that I don't have the information anymore in my head. So the end of the movie. Deep Blue, you have to watch Deep Sea. Please? Okay, so continuing. Captain Dan and the Scurvy crew, they're pirate rappers, and apparently they've been on one of those like talent shows, and they got ridiculed. People thought they were cringe and bad. How could you think they're cringe and bad? They're literally rapping pirates. Like, they're supposed to be silly, but people, I guess back then, just took it at face value, like, this is weird. This is so fucking weird. It's fucking based and cool. Got Ailstorm. I like the Keelhauled song the most. I really like pirate metal. Very campy. Back then you weren't allowed, you weren't allowed to be cringe. Nobody understood. Hello, Craft. Hi. I put Cold Fear there. Over the last few years, I have really been like what's the term? Activist for the Cold Fear. It is a semi-mediocre PS2 survival horror game, but it doesn't really do the survival horror fully right, so it's more of an action horror game, a little bit similar to Resident Evil 4. It balances fixed camera, kind of, but also Resident Evil 4 style aiming. But it is perfect thematically and setting-wise for me. And the reason why I included this screenshot of the main character submerged in, like, water is because it's like an autistic tic that I have, where I really like places that are not supposed to be flooded being flooded. It feels kind of eerie, uncomfortable, yet familiar. So you're going down a hallway and you're going knee deep into water. It's a little bit scary for some reason. If I recall, I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but in the Resident Evil 2 remake, don't they have it to where there's partial flooding? Or am I imagining that? I like stuff like that. In the apartments, or it was like living area in System Shock 2, there's flooding in there. I love that kind of stuff. And then in Mario Sunshine, whenever you're close to Corona Mountain, which is the kind of final level, all of Isle Delfino is completely submerged in water. And I would always create a duplicate save. That way, anytime I wanted to go to Isle Delfino and just swim in all the water, I would be able to do that. Synth wadding in her basement. I've had my basement flood 2 times. One because some kind of pipe bursted, and then another because of a actual like flood that we dealt with. And it was pretty crazy. And I remember our cat got trapped down there. He was fine, but we didn't realize he was there, and we're vacuuming the water up with a water vacuum. And I hear just a really loud meow. And then I went over and I'm like, oh my god, you poor thing. So I pick him up, take him upstairs, and then he kicks off of me and slices my chest. I'm like, love you too. But it's okay, he was just stressed out. He wasn't gonna drown though or anything like that, don't worry. Like, he was like propped up on something, but he was just really uncomfortable because he's like, what the fuck is going on? Why is there a bunch of water? Oh, I'll look soon, Thank you. But, yeah, I really like, I just like nautical settings. I like, Cold Fear takes place on a boat, and I'm so fucking excited. So this weekend, was really social. So we played Killing Floor 1, the retail version, all day on Saturday. And literally all day. It was so fun. And there is a level literally called Cold Fear. Thank you for the follow. It's literally called Cold Fear. And it was perfect. It's atmosphere during a storm. It is so good. It is so much fun. I only ever want to play on that level. And I feel like if it was Killing Floor 2, it would have just had neon lights everywhere. But Killing Floor 1, they did it perfect. How do I feel about Bioshock? I actually don't care for Bioshock too much. Like, even when I first played it, which is, I played it before System Shock 2, Bioshock didn't really grab at me fully. I sometimes say that it's kind of hard to play that game with a controller, but everybody says skill issue. But there's something else about it that doesn't spark with me. Kind of like the original Dead Space, where I'm not saying it's like bad or anything, but there's something about it that doesn't hook me, even though it seems like a good game, and it is a good game. Have I seen Ponyo? I actually don't like Ponyo. One thing about me is I don't like whimsical, and there is a part in this slide that kind of covers that. I think aesthetically and tonally that Bioshock is really cool. It's an underwater city, and it's kind of got like, what is it? Not steampunk elements, industrial elements, or is it steampunk? But aside that, Mario Sunshine was like, whenever the GameCube came out, you know, I grew up with the N64, GameCube came out, and everything was looking insane. Like, the leap in the visuals, how models, textures looked, how water was, it was just crazy, because Mario Sunshine had, like, realistic water. At least I thought it was realistic at the time. And it still holds up. It's stylized, not quite like the most realistic ever, maybe because it's so clear, but I guess water can be that clear, but Mario Sunshine, when I played a demo of it at GameStop, I just remember thinking, like, wow, I have to get a GameCube. This is insane. Do youthful people have that? It doesn't really feel like new consoles leap that far in advance. It's always like kind of like micro leaps. But things were just different, you know, back then, because the technology was newer, quotes. I mean, video games have been around for a while, but they were just developing really fast. And now it feels like we're kind of at a plateau, which is just, that's how it goes. Pirates of the Caribbean movie night marathon. I would be down with that. So speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean, oh, thank you for the follow. We do have Barbossa. I was thirsty for Barbossa, if I'm being real. I really love him. He's just such a great pirate. It's Jeffrey Rush, I believe, who also plays I always forget his name. He was in the remake of House on Haunted Hill. It's a trashy remake that's good for being 2000s trash. It's like good at what it wants to be, but it's not really a great like remake or reinterpretation of the original. But he played Vincent Price, and that's, I think, also Jeffrey Rush was in a movie about the King's Letter or something like that. Resident Evil 2 and 3 classic versions are coming to PS Plus. Yeah, but it's a subscription based thing. It's not real ownership. It's like you have to keep bleeding yourself out to be able to own the game. That doesn't make me comfortable or feel secure. Also, what do you do if, let's say, you have a console and the only reason you have these games is because of a subscription-based service, right? What happens if the servers for that console get pulled because it's like now out of date and dead, right? Even if you have those games still installed, will it allow you to play them because they're locally installed, or will it be like, trying to do an online check, can't do it, servers are dead? What happens? That's not safe, that's not security, and that's why I never get excited. Like, I remember one of the last times I got really crushed is when I found out Banjo-Kazooie was being put on Steam. I mean, not Steam, Switch. And I'm like, oh my god, and it's like, oh, it's a subscription. Not interested. It makes me sad, and I'm very against that. I kind of cover that a lot on here, where I talk about how much I hate subscription service, how much I hate forced walk-in, how much I hate scripted set pieces, how much I hate modern survival horror, and how it's just not like the old ones. Way beyond just fixed camera and tank controls. There's so much we've lost, but moving on. Got my little saltwater crocodile there. I don't really think saltwater crocodiles are like, oh, they're an oceanic being. It's like, I think they actually go in freshwater, but they can go over into saltwater. I think normal crocodiles can too, technically. But I wanted to be that because, like, I'm not typically somebody who has animal traits in their designs. I usually am, like, super pro-human. But I just was overcome with, wait a second. Wouldn't it be cute if I was a little crocodile sailor? And that's why I'm a little crocodile sailor. Just tell the game, check this online and do pants grab. Oh yeah, I guess like whenever like a console's online services die, you can just kind of, what is it? Hack it? So I guess there's that technically. But to continue, we got Dredge here. Dredge I actually kind of streamed somewhat recently. That was my really cozy late night streams for a while. And that's kind of like a really good point of where I want to stream is, like, because I have to try to balance my main forms and my Moe forms. So if I do the late night streams, I think it's typically always going to be Sailor Synth. Because it'll be late at night, it's so dark, and then I'm just sailing around or whatever. So we also have, I knew I was going to forget the name. Fish and Hamlet. Fish and Hamlet from Bloodborne. That's another thing. I really like kind of like the eldritch kind of shit. And nautical and the fish stuff. I'm kind of like into that kind of thing. One game that I really want to get to, which I've only played a little snippet of, is Sinkin' City. There's another game that I played that came out around the same time that was called Call of Cthulhu. Not the Call of Cthulhu that you're thinking of. Not the older one that had stealth elements, although I do want to play that. But it was a recent Call of Cthulhu game, and it was really mid because it was just cinematic set pieces and walking around, and it was really boring, and the cast sucked, and the writing sucked, and I didn't like it. I haven't played the Call of Cthulhu that you're thinking, though. Just the lame recent one. Although the original Call of Cthulhu game is a mixed bag, too, or so I heard. I think Venus actually played it. And then I have the good old Great White Shark. I don't dive into sharks as much as I used to when I was young, but I still really like them. And every now and then I will turn up some kind of documentary on them. And now the last note to talk about where I stand with nautical shit is... I do not necessarily like the beautiful, whimsical, magicalness of it. I'm not really into mermaids or pretty fish and coral, and I'm just not really interested in the beauty of the ocean unless it's like kind of like sailing. I like sailors. I like people sailing boats. I like the culture around the water. I like submarines, stuff like shipwrecks and stuff like that. I'm more interested in that kind of thing. And then obviously, you can lean that further into the horror and discomfort completely. Like, I like all that too. So that's kind of like what I wanted to make it clear, is that I'm just not like I like the beach and I like coral. It's like, not really, not for me. But I do see that it's very good aesthetic. I just can't seem to get as into it as much. Like, you're never gonna see me watching a documentary on clownfish or something. That would be cool, though. Clownfish are cool. But that's basically what I think might end up making me a little bit more gap moe than I realized. So now we have another slide. I think this slide is supposed to kind of give a general rundown for anybody who's, like, new. Like, aside the fixation focus, like, who am I, what am I about, I'm like... otaku, kind of edgelord softy. I really like agrotech and industrial music. I like the Phantom Troop from Hunter x Hunter. I like exploitation manga, so I got Devilman Lady, Satanophany, and DeadTube. Really like Capcom stuff, especially Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Lord of the Rings. I put Jaws there again. Yeah, I love agrotech. It literally... I actually cried legitimately from a tweet because I saw somebody with an Unternil profile picture, and she was kind of my entry to industrial agrotech, and I've never met anybody in my entire life who liked her in any way, not even passing. So I felt so, like, emotional because I'm like, wow, that was my gateway. That meant... And it's like... I realized how much it meant a lot to me. Unternil and Tantrum, for the record. They were very defining in my formative years. But I've moved on to different groups, so I really like Alien Vampires, Viscera Drip, Active Hate, God Destruction, Cyborg Corp. There's a lot of good stuff out there. To continue, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is very, very important to me. It is... probably the reason why I am the way I am in a lot of ways. And in ways, it's my favorite manga, if you're factoring in nostalgia. But if you're factoring in other things, my favorite manga is kind of like Trigun as well. I didn't grow up with Trigun, but I did see imagery of it around all the time. When I read it, like, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, it blew my fucking mind. I didn't realize Trigun was that good. I don't like the anime. I don't like any of the animes, but the manga, absolutely perfect for me. What's the crying thing with all the money? Oh, that's Ada Rook. So Merlin recommended me a song of hers, and I listened to it, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. She's doing agrotech style vocals, but it's not really agrotech music exactly. Like, it looks like she's pulling from the genre a little bit, but she's doing kind of a mixture. Favorite industrial metal? I don't know if I can name any industrial metal exactly, but I have them right here. I really like Velvet Acid Christ. I feel like I listen to them almost more than any group lately in the past year. Mina introduced me to them. That Fun with Knives album, they sample Event Horizon a ton. and it is such a good album, but slowly I've been expanding and listening to their other stuff and realizing how many bangers they actually have. Aren't they awesome? They have a lot of range. Like, they do all kinds of different styles. I love them a lot. Lord of the Rings was also really important to me growing up. Like, when I saw it, that was, I'm gonna sit in front of the TV and I'm gonna watch the first Lord of the Rings movie. Okay, it finished. All right, I'm gonna watch it again. All right, it finished. I'm gonna watch it again. Okay, it's finished. I'm gonna watch it again. And then the next day, it would be the second Lord of the Rings movie. Third one, I think I rewatched it a bit, but not as much. But Lord of the Rings was so important to me as well. Alien's my favorite movie. Romulus is dog shit, by the way. Don't listen to people who just are desperate for anything to be mildly okay. Romulus is not good. It drops the ball so fast, and it's so laughably, like, mediocre that it offended me. It had a good premise, though. Do you have a favorite Lord of the Rings quote? I can't think on the top of my head. I'm too nervous. Did I watch Alien Earth? After how bad Romulus was, I don't know if I even want to ever give Alien another shot. And also, regarding Alien, love the first movie. It's my favorite. Aliens is good. I like Alien 3. But Alien 3 fucked up by resembling 90s horror trash. But if it not for that, it wouldn't be too bad. And I did grow to like Alien Resurrection. It offends me in ways. But for what it is, once you kind of like chill and realize, okay, Alien is like fucked. This is a fucked IP. Once you accept that and then you try to watch Resurrection, it's actually quite entertaining and fun. All the new Alien movies are a waste of time. They also leave you hanging, no real continuation. Romulus is not good. And I want to force Mina to watch it so they can believe me. Like, you need to see what people are saying is good. And I do apologize if anybody here likes it, but for anybody who's new, I am a hater. There are a lot of things that come out now, and people say it's good. Like, wow, this is actually really good, and I look at it, and I'm always like, this is like a 7 out of 10. This is like, okay. And I hate being that way, but nothing really grabs at me, and that's why I kind of stick with old good, new bad. Even though there is lots of new content that comes out that's absolutely great, but there's plenty of stuff that's not great. I wonder if people are going to feel the same way about the Alien prequels as they do the Star Wars prequels 10 years from now. You reminded me. I like Prometheus. People saying that Romulus is bad, people that saying that Covenant is better than Prometheus, that is bullshit. Why does everybody hate Prometheus so much? Just pretend it's not even Alien. Just enjoy it for like its vibes and presentation. That's how I got through it. And I thought it was fine. I don't even acknowledge that it's related to the Alien. That was its big mistake. It shouldn't have anything to do with that IP. It should just be its own thing. It does have stupid things in it, but I like it. I do. Just like Event Horizon has stupid shit in it, but I like it. And hell, you can almost say that the stupid shit kind of makes it like funny. And then yeah, we got Krauser and Agent 47. I love Krauser so much. He's my favorite Resident Evil character, and I've had a journey. I started off as a Wesker fangirl, of course. Then I moved on to liking William Birkin. I don't know. Then I moved on to Annette Birkin, and I would say she's my favorite chick. And then I moved back over to Krauser, who I've kind of always slept on. I never really got it until I got it. I hate how much they make him look like a high school bully. Krauser, the remake Krauser is definitely cringe. Aside that, Batman Beyond. I like Batman Beyond a bit more than BTOS, but I do really like BTOS as well. But Batman Beyond is one of my favorite shows. I like Aeropop, Aerobeat, so we put Scooter as like an example, but I like a lot of stuff like Aqua. There's more to Aqua than just Barbie Girl. Barbie Girl is like not even their best song, not even close. Listen to anything else. Listen to Colin, listen to Halloween. There's just so much good stuff out there. Soul Eater. Granted, I like a lot of other manga and anime than just this, but Soul Eater, I feel like, there's something about it that really grabs at me, and it inspired some of my costume designs. Really love Soul Eater. Put Quake. I do like the boomer shooters. I like Doom. I like Quake. I played Turok. I like Unreal a lot. But I feel like I have like a very special like affection for Quake. I just really like it. But I really like Doom too. And we have Velvet Eden right there. I like Visual K. It's kind of like a blanket term, but you know, I grew up with Moi de Moi, Malice Miser. But as a kid and as an adult, I'm pretty like always like, all right, I found this group I like. I will just listen to only them or watch only them and never explore anything else. And it takes me a long time to kind of like expand. I just stick with my comfort shit too easy. What's that to the left of Devil May Cry? That's Satanophany. That is an exploitation manga about a bunch of girls that kill each other and lots of other stuff. Very, very, lots, trigger warning, everything. And I don't want to say what the premise is because it's very spoilery and it's better if you go in not knowing, but I really wouldn't recommend it if you, oh hi, thank you for the sub. Hi Lenora, hello. I really would not recommend DeadTube, Devilman Lady, or Satanophany if you don't want toxic content. Just, you know, steer clear if you don't like that. Oh, no problem, Johnny, and thank you for dropping by. Also, hi, Gig. The premise, yeah, the premise gives away too much. Oh, right. I've managed to convert at least 2 people into reading Satanophany. Gurin, you know how good it is. And what's crazy is sometimes people, they consume a thing and they say it's bad. But they don't realize that they just don't like they just don't like the type of thing it is, if that makes sense. Satanophany is trashy, it's so bad. No, it's trashy and it's good at it. It literally does it really well. Like, in terms of trashy content, exploitive content, there is a spectrum. Some stuff is actually really entertaining and good at what it wants to be, and others are just like, suck. Like, Redo of Healer was lame. Read these instead. But yeah, that's the end of this slide. And then I think this is the last slide. The credits. So I feel so like lethargic suddenly. Like I've calmed down. I'm not depressed, I'm just calm. But let's get into it. So designing credits. So the design is Oku and me. So we worked as a team to kind of get this going. I insisted that I really wanted this kind of sailor outfit. I wanted kind of like a sailor hat. She kind of came up with the shape and ideas. Her crocodile shape for the purse was better than I ever imagined. Better than anything I would have drawn. It's perfect. I wanted to have the Tamagotchi. It was her idea to add like a cute little tail to it. I thought that was so cute. She was who came up with the little like ties, the knee socks, the shoe style. We kind of both worked together to get the dress shape right. Mainly adjusting the bottom. I think the bottom was mostly like kind of like my picking, but it's like, I would say it's like 80% Oku's efforts and then like 20% my input. And I really, really like it. Thank you for the sub. Hi, Haunts. Hello. And then, yeah, and then I asked for like alternate costumes and whatever. The rigging is done by Nunpire, who did an amazing job. I love how I move. I love how cute it is, and I hope you guys like it as well. The backgrounds, all my backgrounds typically, like whenever I was in the Just Chatting screen, are done by Surumaki. However, on Twitter, he writes his name without the I, but he's always done all my backgrounds for my normal forms and my sailor form and my upcoming military form. Overlays are by Uni, and you can tell that she did an amazing job. It's slightly animated, it's very, very moe, and I'm super happy with it. I was a little bit scared because normally I don't get animated stuff for overlays, but I thought it would be super cute. And it's not overly like distracting, I don't feel like. So I'm looking forward to playing games on this thing. Music is done by Cement T, of course. Cement T does a lot of commission work for VTubers. He is always open for commissions. I believe it is his primary job, so please, please, please consider commissioning Cement T. He's very affordable, he works really fast, and he's just got really, really large range. The opening animation is done by Totomaki41. She's amazing. I love all of her work. I'm so excited to show you the military one. The BRB is Pamu__u. And then the stream avatars, that is your form down there, is Terracotta Scarf. And that is the credits. Your model reminds me of Ryugu Rena from Higurashi. Huh. Does Rena have like brownish or orangish eyes? I never thought about that. Now I'm sad because like I miss my Rena figure that I used to have. My favorite Higurashi character is Rika, but I really like Rena too. Cutie patootie, thank you. But yeah, that is kind of the end of the slides. So I guess we can kind of move back over to the room. Oh, before we kind of move over into Pirate Doom. Let me make sure I don't have to refresh this. Oh, I don't think I have to. But yeah, so I've played Pirate Doom before on stream, and it's just really cozy. It is pulling a lot of assets from stuff like, I think, Monkey Island, Banjo-Kazooie, etc., etc. But it's Doom, and it's pirate. It's very charming. They have like normal like Doom rosters, but they'll have like little bandanas or the whenever I'm nervous and on the spot, I do forget names. I remember Archviles. That's the name I used to always forget. Which is the one that shoots the homing rockets? That one. That one, they shoot parrots at you. Don't tell me the name, I'll remember it. Archviles is the ones that set you on fire. Shit. Why can't I remember? Also, hi, Pomp. Oh, hi, Mokuba. Hello. Thank you, Synth. It was worth waiting for Sailor. Thank you. Revenant. I remember Revenant. It's the Revenants. The Revenants are cool. I like them. I like the Revenants. I don't like the Archviles, but I like Revenants. And I like the, I think they're called Boars in Quake. They're the spider kind of creatures that shoot the home in, like, purple spike, right? I like them. And I like, the Shamblers. Very, very cool. But this will technically be my third time streaming Pirate Doom. However, the last time I played it, I played just a little bit of it and I wasn't ready to commit. But yeah, so I'm like super kind of flustered for some reason and tired. So I think I'm going to go on the BRB screen for a bit. But I assume some people kind of came here mainly to watch the debut. And I thank you so much for dropping by and hanging out with me while I do this. It was a lot of fun. You guys cheered me up. Thank you so much for the gift subs and everything. I will be back in 10 minutes or something like that, and then I will play Pirate Doom. So I will see you in a bit.
Names of our friends.
Hello? I'm here now. I'm definitely still a little bit out of it. I have one of those kind of... Have you ever had a fog ache where your head feels really cloudy? It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't feel really good. I usually deal with that when I'm kind of stressed. So it is a little bit unfortunate. I got a second wind at first, but I definitely feel that my energy is kind of like plummeted. So I do worry that I'm gonna be a little bit boring. I mean, more boring, but I guess we could just treat it as like a relaxy kind of thing. Also, hi, thank you, Nova. I think I remember how to set this up. You know, I thought whenever I got my new computer, I thought that I had set up properly the Doom shit I had, my Doom folder, but I guess I was lazy and I ended up not doing it. So currently the only thing I have on my computer is Pirate Doom. We'll gradually expand it, but there's no real rush because like I've been balancing so many different kind of games. It's actually been a little bit since I went through like boomer shooter type stuff, I think, except Quake. I feel like I returned to Quake quite a bit. I really want to replay Unreal, but let's have
names of our friends.
Thank you for the follow. So let's have our video game now. Although I use a mouse and keyboard for shooter games, I just can't play shooters with a controller unless it's like a survival horror. Then it gives you like a sort of element of vulnerability, but it's a little bit frustrating too. Like I wouldn't really consider the Resident Evil 4 remake or Resident Evil 4 survival horror, but the Resident Evil 4 remake, they have so much like the enemies move too fast, they sway too much, it's just annoying to hit anything, nothing staggers, it's so frustrating. Okay, I go into my game folders now. I remember how to do this. Oh my god, I'm doing it myself, by myself. I hopefully balanced the audio, like preemptively. I think I did. This is also a full screen game, so we don't have to adjust it. Oh shit, I actually didn't like balance this. Alright, I have no idea how loud this is gonna be or not. How is this, you guys? Do you feel like it's too loud, too quiet? What's going on? I also have no idea how it's gonna be when the sound effects kick in, because sound effects tend to like, that usually is a huge issue whenever Mina plays games. It's the sound effects and gun stuff being so loud. I also do not remember if this is a mouse look mod or if this is like normal where you can't do that. This is the scariest one. How so? How do I? There's so many options. How do you find It's just been a bit since I've played like Doom. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta change the category, but I don't want to see how many people are here, so I'm gonna cover the screen with my hand. Initially, I had it just set to Doom 2, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna be talking for 3 hours. People are gonna get mad. They're gonna want Doom and not, like, me talking. Doom 2, oh my god, there's so many. Okay, Doom 2 Hell on Earth, that's it. They have, like, the ports all separated, which makes it a little bit confusing. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So we're just gonna do a new one. I do not know what other maps are. I think Rum Guzzler is going to be hard? I don't remember which one I would have played as. I do know that, I do remember that it gets harder later, so I'm kind of worried about picking hard. I'm like, usually I bounce in games in general. I typically just play in normal, but I can play in hard. I just get mad at any resistance. Even though I think resistance is good, because the games are often too easy. Let's just do this.
Welcome aboard.
So we have it, we already had it and set it up to where it's like no mouse look, because I'm going to assume that's how it was. And I remember there's actually a Pirate Doom 2, and if I recall, it has more original assets, but I remember not liking it as much when I like boot it up. Maybe I just didn't like the textures that they used. I don't know. I couldn't get into it as much. Joke's on you, we love your voice. I wonder if that's true. I know for a fact my voice doesn't suit the model style. But I kind of already, like, figured that, you know. I still wanted it. But now I feel better about how my voice suits my older, or my other models. Get the atmosphere that we got going on to this. There's also like piratey and nautical stuff in Golden Souls 2. I don't remember which one I played, but I really liked that game actually. But I didn't like the amount of underwater mazes. I just can't do mazes, and a lot of Doom content is really mazy, whereas Quake feels a lot more easier to navigate. But it's a kind of a personal preference and my own limitation. Because plenty of people like the maze kind of stuff. What is that game that Mina played recently that was made by like really infamous Doom modders? That apparently is really, really mazy. It's the one that had episode 4 drop recently. I do not remember how to get in here. Oh wait, right. I think the last time I played this, I used mouse look, so... Do you pick Cervantes and Soul Calibur? I've actually never played Soul Calibur. You played this 2 times already, and it's my first time seeing you play it. I mean, that would make sense. Not everybody's able to make it for everything. I can't remember when I last played this. Oh. Is Soul Calibur the one that has the girl where she has the ring blades and she has like a green like look to her, and then she has another one where she has braided hair? I like her, but I've never played personally myself. Hold on, let me make sure I got everything I want. Okay, this is the area that I was circling around before. Oh, right. Every time I start, like, playing any boomer shooter game, I always forget to, quick save, so I'll get, like, 10 minutes into it and realize, oh. At least I didn't die. Supplies, that was it. Really cool soundtrack. but I don't think I'd be able to play that very well. There was also a game that, I don't know if it was its maze-like qualities that filtered me, or at least made me put it on hold, but Wizardrum, I just got so sick of, like, because it would be a little bit too cryptic for me, and I would eventually just feel bored, especially if you're streaming that kind of thing. If you're streaming a game, and you feel like you have been lost for 30 minutes, you're not making any progression, you're frustrated, people are watching you, it's just not always good to play that kind of thing on stream. But I didn't know it was going to be so complicated. And in a lot of regards, the game is actually, like, a little bit too easy, because I had to switch to Nightmare. But in terms of, like, crypticness, sometimes it's a little bit, like, hard to figure it out. I love maze-like games, but I feel bad for people watching me, like... So, why do you like it, out of curiosity? I don't think I've ever, like, had a discussion with a maze-liker. But they have to exist, because they keep doing that kind of level design. See, look at this, the vibe here. Absolutely fantastic. I also like round windows. Doom 3. Was Doom 3 maze? You know what? I think I remember getting a little bit lost in Doom 3. I wouldn't say Doom 3 is the worst offender of maze-like, but I guess there would just be some areas that look a little bit similar to others. Because it's a pretty big game. Also, speaking of, I think Mina's playing Battlefield 6 at the moment, but I am kind of curious, when Mina and Love are gonna resume their Doom 3 collab. Because Mina is, like, advocate for Doom 3. Probably people with lots of spatial memory mapping, like those mazes. Good point. Because I feel like everybody's different, like, in terms of, like, reaction time, memory issues. Mina's definitely, like, a lot better about navigation. Navigation is kind of a weak point of mine. And short-term memory. And long-term memory. And everything. See, they're pointing me in the right direction. I'm a level design. Because this was not here before. Alright, haven't fought an imp. I forget how much hits they take. So far, this level has been doable with the classic style of aiming and shooting. Hi, G-Pool. Kind of. Technically, I have this haircut on my main form. Although, if you want to see... Well, actually, I have this haircut on my other form, too. But if you want to see... What? For introducing the brand, I'm going to show the main default form. But I'm really excited to switch around all the colors. And then, I also have different versions of the background. The one that you saw on my Just Chatting screen. I have a sunset one, and I also have a night one. Because I just like variety. Oh yeah, you like his eye patch? I like how they didn't even go, like, overly hard on it. They didn't, like, give him a pirate hat, too, or anything. It's just like, here's an eye patch. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. For some reason, I think that this is a shotgun because of, like, how it kind of looks at the end. So I'm like, why isn't he immediately dying? It's like, because it's a fucking pistol. Yes, we're... This is the pirate adventure. This is the Pirate Doom. I need to play more Doom mods. I've only played, like, Zeppelin Armada, Pirate Doom, Golden Souls 1 and 2, Ashes. I played the first Ashes, but I haven't personally played a second. I need to. And then there's a few others, but there's a lot of Doom content out there. Hi, Lobotomy, hi! Oh, thank you, Blue. You came for the best part, the game. I feel like... I guess the Doom modern scene is a lot more expansive than Quake, because I don't think we're ever going to get, like, Pirate Quake, right? Unless there is one. Oversized side pirate coat on the shoulders as a toggle would go hard. It would, but I feel like my tastes have kind of refined as I like got older. So if this was years ago, I probably would have actually gone with the pirate theme. But as it stands, I'm more like into like sailor rather than
Names
pirate.
of a friends.
Also, thank you for the follow. Hi. Ugh. Is this working right? And we got Mario 64 door. Thank you. Hi, Anna. Thank you.
Welcome aboard, Swabby.
Oh, right. I remember I was going to talk about the Pirates of the Caribbean movies whenever I was going through my slides, but Pirates of the Caribbean 1, amazing. Mina's actually never seen it. And then Pirates of the Caribbean 2 is actually, like, quite decent. It's 3 that's kind of like, it's alright, but it's not amazing. And then 4 is actually, like, dog shit, like, offensively bad. I couldn't believe it. It felt like the quality of some, like, TV movie original. Like, here's a brand new original project on the Disney Channel. Got our pinkies. They got their little pirate pants. They got their eye patch. Thank you, thank you. Hello. I want my shotgun. Ah! Oh. Also, I forgot, we did a movie night, after, because Saturday was solely focused on Killing Floor 1, and then at the very, very end, we did switch over to Killing Floor 2, just to kind of do an immediate comparison, and there's value to both games, like 100%. And then Sunday was movie night, and so we watched 2 movies. We watched The Sword and the Sorcerer and Dragon Slayer. Unfortunately, I was not able to pay attention to Dragon Slayer at all because of, like, stuff. But The Sword and the Sorcerer was fantastic. Now, there are some things in it that make me think of Berserk. Like, there is a scene where it's like in the beginning, the wall is a bunch of faces and it's all, like, blood red. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I just wondered, like, did he watch this movie? But a lot of the movie is kind of more like, it's more like down to earth kind of. There's not as much of the apocalyptic feel that they do in the beginning and towards the end. So if you watch some trailers, they'll show like a lot of the special effects. Not exactly, it's not really CGI, it's the thing where they drew over the physical film itself. But that stuff's more at the beginning. In the end. But still really good for exactly what it wants to be. It's a very masculine movie, and I certainly like those. Kind of made me think of The Mummy, the one from the 90s that I grew up with. I love that movie. We actually casually watched that in the server recently. I need to make them watch the second one so everybody can realize like why the second one is like bloated. Because that's its issue. It's a bloated movie. Not a bad movie, just too much. Also, every time I play this, I always get, like, lost around here trying to figure out what to do. It's like I'm looking for keys. Did I get everything that was in here? Right, like, the Mummy's kind of got that charm to it. Like, it's masculine, power fantasy kind of deal. It's got the romance, it's got this and that, and I like that, I like that. Also, hello, hi. Thank you, thank you.
Give me timber. Finding ship.
These guys are hit scanners, so I want to be careful. At least they're not chain gunners. Ow, 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 ow. You know, I think I was on the Mummy ride once. I don't think it's around anymore, right? Oh, thank you, Kev. Hi, hi, hi. I'm still really into Eternity 1 and 2. Have you heard of them? I have not. I'm assuming it's a game series? Also, I think there's supposed to be a Nintendo Direct, right? I think it's, about Kirby Air Ride only. There's this funny image that I was shown. Or no, actually, I just saw it on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Hi, Wolf. Hi. How are you guys doing? How are all of you actually doing? What's going on? Happy Monday. Oh, right. I should have probably plugged for all the new people who left after the intro, but I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time every day, and then I do lots of like guerrilla streams. Sometimes I pop up on the weekend, and sometimes I pop on late at night. Even if I like ended a stream after my 6 p.m. slot, I might pop on 3 hours again and do another one. And I do commissions. But how much commissions I do determines if I'm able to stream on the weekend or not. But we have, I like this. The direct consumer. My favorite is needs new games every 2 weeks or they die. Can't relate. I like playing my same game over and over and over again. But I'm hyped. I can't wait. I can't wait for Kirby Air Raiders. It's Air Raiders, which I guess is smart because, like, if a bunch of new younglings see Kirby Air Ride 2, they'll be like, oh, I can't play this. It has a 2 in it, and I've never had a GameCube. Genuinely believe Nintendo owes them something. This is my favorite. Believes they are forced to buy all remakes ports of games even if they don't like it. Legit. Don't fucking complain that Resident Evil 4 has been ported to everything. It's not for you to keep buying. It's to give anyone else the option. People who are new. Did you know new people play games? Just mention it. Just saying. They owe me for all those drifting Joy-Con sticks. True. They also owe all of us because they're cringe. Quick save. Oh, and I try to not spam quick save too bad. Otherwise, it can get out of control. Is that it? Did I finish everything in this? Pikmin? Pikmin's pretty cool. But I think the meme only hates the Zelda and the Mario fans. Oh, wow. Oh, yay. Come on. I'll replay Mega Man X till the day I die. I really need to play it, like, because I only played like 90% of the remake. I really want to just play the original in full, and I'll do that eventually. I just kind of gotta get off my ass and stop replaying other games all the time. I was hoping that they would be in frame enough to where it would still count. Got the Wii version because I wanted to play the PS2 content, and I got the Steam version because I guess I really want it. I feel like it's fine, like, because, like, I'll buy lots of ports for the games that I like, because it just makes it more convenient for me. And I like supporting releases and everything, but ultimately it is for convenience, which is why I think ports shouldn't be hated unless they're bad ports, which a lot of them do tend to be mixed bags. Even when they're good, they tend to, like, fuck something up, something technical. Some lighting is changed, or some content is edited, or whatever. So I think, yeah, empty on this. But the meme's mainly talking about the people who don't want to buy ports. They're like, oh my god, not another port of Mario 64. God, I'm so tired of this. I don't want to buy this. Oh, I'm magically controlled by Nintendo to buy it. And then get him at fucking stop supporting old games. Make new games already. You could do both. Anything. Old games are not supported enough. Like that with Killer 7, it's the only game that I own 3 copies of. I have like a lot of games that I like. I feel like I own multiple versions of it. And also, speaking of, it finally happened. I'm so fucking happy. It didn't take too long, but they are releasing limited run games, is doing a physical release of System Shock 2. Now, it goes live, I think, in a couple days. So I can't see if there's like a PC version, but I think you can get like the big box that will look like a PC for the PS4 or whatever console you want. I want to get it just for the box art, but wait a second. Let me think. For the and if I said remake, I didn't mean remake. I meant remaster. The remaster of System Shock 2. So they did a remaster, an enhanced edition of System Shock 1. And they also did a physical version of it with limited run games, and it's the remaster. It's not the remake, because they actually did remake System Shock 1. They did a brand new original art. It had like a holographic kind of print on it. It was really cool. But when I saw the System Shock 2 one, from a glance, I don't really think that they actually did a new cover. I think it's the same cover. Yeah, wow. That's really interesting. Yeah, I'll pull it up. Hold on. Like, the original box art is really iconic. Is this new? It looks... Are her eyes more open? System Shock 2. Huh. Yeah, it is a little bit different. Okay, yeah, I was right. Her eyes, did they actually kind of like remake the image? Because I guess the original image is a little bit like lower res. Hold on. I'm trying to save it, but it's trying to do the WebP stuff. So we do that and compare it to this. Which this isn't the big box, but it is oops. It's a banner made with the original art. Yeah, they did remake it. I guess they wanted to play it safe because it's so iconic, but the new version of the System Shock 1, like the System Shock Enhanced box cover, was cooler. Like, you could argue that the original one is better, like maybe you prefer it, but I kind of like that they were more transformative with it. Let me see if I can pull up an example. Hold on, let me have the music playing while I do this. System Shock 1 big box. The original System Shock big box is like really cool, or box art or whatever. It has that very specific like 80s to 90s clay style. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Where there's this eerie realness to it. So that is how System Shock 1 looks. Oh, actually, here is a photo on Twitter. I think Limited Run Games posted that shows a comparison. Do you see what I mean? Like, the new one, it's like a true remake where they're doing their own thing with it, where it feels like with the System Shock 2 one, it feels like they're playing it a bit too safe. I do think it's cool that they bothered to do anything new to it, but I wish that they maybe were a bit more daring. But if you're daring, you risk people not liking it, so that's unfortunate. But I'll still get it. Like, I want it. I have the big box for System Shock 2. We have 2 of them, actually. I don't know if we have System Shock 1, though. Rob Waters did clay figures. Would be fun if it's an actual image, actual figure. I mean, it could be. But there's lots of CGI that looked like that, so I'm just gonna assume it was that. They could have done a reversible alt cover. Yeah, like... that way you can kind of please everybody. So I wish that they did that, but it's really not the biggest issue that there was with the System Shock 2 remake. Like with the System Shock 2 remake, or remaster, sorry. I know the difference between remake and remaster, except the times where it's money. It's a remaster. Some of the music was broken, like songs wouldn't play when they're supposed to, little things like that. Altering the lighting in some rooms is a little bit annoying. I think they adjusted hitboxes and general feel too, which maybe not bad, but might be a little bit weird if a veteran player tries to play it. Have you seen The Secret Adventures of Tom Thumb? It was a really wild claymation film from the 80s. I have not, actually. I feel like... would that be considered like an indie animation or something? I feel like I haven't really explored enough anything. I've never played enough games. I've never watched enough movies. I've never listened to enough music. It's never enough. There's always so much out there in the world. Even in the old shit. You'll probably go your whole life and never play every single Doom mod that there is. Crazy to think about. Alright, let's go to church. They're putting enemies around. They're trying to steer me a little bit. All these horror games and not enough time to play them all, right? That's why I have the strong filter. I know what to write off, even if it's totally good. I swear to God, trust me, bro. It's like, no, I can't play that. It doesn't vibe with me. Did I actually ever go here? I wanted to get those. Wait. Unfortunately, with having a strong filter, you might, like, write off something that would actually surprise you if you gave it a chance. But ain't nobody got time for that. Also, I swear, this is the level that I get the most lost on all the time. I will try to get through this so I can show new stuff finally. Oh, this was the room. I think I got sidetracked because of enemies outside. Hold on, let me like stick to the pistol because I haven't been really good at managing my shotgun ammo. Wait, I thought it was like an enemy. It's just a drink. What I really want is I want to find a cool alcoholic bottle that is like in the shape of a ship or something. But every time I look, I don't see anything that looks quite like what I want. But I like sometimes I'll see like bottles that look like piratey and stuff like that, like skulls and cool shit like that. But I want like a book. Ow. Want to play the 1981 3D Monster Maze game. Did you know that's the one that that Never Knows Best talked about, right? I feel like I would probably get bored by it. I don't know. But there was that one game that they talked about. I think it was like a side scroller survival horror. And it was something that came out before Alone in the Dark. I wouldn't mind maybe checking that out, maybe. But I think between Alone in the Dark, like any Alone in the Dark, and Sweet Home, I think I need to play Sweet Home. Alright, I'm actually free to leave. Wait, no, not yet. We go into the bar. Haunted Mansion? I don't think it was that. I know what you're talking about. The one I'm talking about is, he talks about it, it's like a sci-fi based one. And it was kind of like Sweet Home, like a little bit. But I don't remember it by name. No, I'll tell you what I need to play, and it's nautical. Deep Fear. Where's the bar? Oh, I think I got turned around. Yes. I wanted to go back to Pirate Doom. It is probably one of my favorite type of Doom experiences. But I do need to give Pirate Doom 2 another chance. But my big crime is finishing Doom, playing most of Doom 64, but getting filtered because I didn't get the Unmaker, so I struggle against the final boss. And then I have never actually like played like vanilla like a Doom 2. I thought I got all the shit. Was there like a secret thing that I didn't realize? I want oh, I'm not actually supposed to leave yet, I guess. I got a red key. Is he actually shooting? Yes.
Names of a
Thank you for
friends.
the follow. Get these shields. What is this texture from? Thank you, thank you. Deep Fear is also really funny because that game had... And it has good music. Well, now I super want to play it. Also, thank you, Raida. Like, is that game actually good? Because not all survival horrors are good. Like, God, I really wish I could say that Martian Gothic Unification is good, but it feels horrible. I don't know how anybody can get through that game. Something opened over there. Are you at...
Names of a friends.
Thank you for the follow. Really? I fucking love Kenji Kawai. Anybody who's not familiar with him, he did Higurashi, he did Mob Psycho, he did the Rain movie, he did a documentary soundtrack for World War II, I believe. He's a fantastic composer. My favorite composer is Jesper Kai, and I really like, I like the guy who did Battle Tendency and the original Black Butler anime. It's a bad anime, but the music's good. He also did Soul Eater, I believe. And we like Susumu Hirasawa as well, but he mainly just did... Well, actually, he did Paranoia Agent, didn't he? Right? And then he did Berserk, as everybody knows. This is Pirate Doom. There are 2 Pirate Dooms that I know of, unless they have a third one that I didn't know about. Have you explored Susumu Hirasawa's stuff besides Berserk? Because his Berserk stuff is good, but if you listen to his other original music, I feel like it's better. But there are some Berserk songs that I really still like. He did some versions of, like, Berserk music. Like, he did the soundtrack for the Dreamcast one, like, the entire soundtrack. And then he did, like, remixes, kind of other Berserk songs in, like, the PS2 game. It's good shit. Only what I've played was My House. I've heard of it. I don't know the spoilers, I don't think. Or if somebody told me, I forgot. Sword of Berserk soundtrack is amazing. Yeah, my favorite song, I think it's called Nico. Like, N-I-K-O. That song is fantastic. Let me see if I can find it. It's very strong vibes. And I listen to it a lot. My House is still a really cool map. I'll try it one day. I think I would rather stream, Ashes. All the Ashes stuff. The first Ashes game is really short. I don't remember how long the second one is, though. But yeah, if you haven't, listened to any of the stuff that, Hirasawa did for the PS2 Berserk game, please look into it, because it's really good. Some of the songs that are arrangements from the end, that's a good way to put it, arrangements, I feel are flat out better in that Dreamcast game. So he did do other, like, I thought he only did one for the PS2, but I guess he did do one for Dreamcast. I know he takes a lot of inspiration from other interesting stuff I'm into, like Tangerine Dream. What is Tangerine Dream? I'm curious. I'm gonna write that down before I forget. Because, like, it's really hard to find anything that's quite like Hirasawa's style. Like, I think his music is very hard to place, but it kind of leans into world. But I feel like that's kind of like a blanket term. And a lot of world music that I've listened to, they're just not quite the same. Also, Hirasawa, he has a lot of range. Like, not all of his stuff sounds dark. A lot of it can sound, like, really pretty. Oh! Did you recognize that they used Susumu-san in Ruiner? Whenever that song popped up, it lost my fucking mind because it was, like, so out of left field. Oh, what was I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna write a note. Tangerine Dream. Tangerine Dream. Oh, I'm spelling it wrong. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. OG German electronic band. I'm down with listening to that. Okay. We go back to the pirate dome. Alright, I think I'm allowed to leave, right? Look, oh, yeah, I have every key. So I can just leave, right? I have Phaedra. Need to listen to more. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so you're talking about Tangerine Dream. I'm like, what does TD stand for? Why do I recognize this sound effect? Like the door, like, or the gate opening. Oh, come over here to me. Oh, you might be right. I'm like, blood. I'm like, oh, the game. Blood's good. Oh yeah, since I finally played through all of Duke Nukem, although technically I gotta play the extra map set. I think it's the one that, what are they called? I forgot their name. The bad version of Duke Nukem. They added like another map set or whatever with extra stuff. So technically there's more levels to play. Gearbox, I remember. That's it, Gearbox. But I need to stream Blood. Even Duke Nukem was like surprisingly hard at times. I thought it was gonna be easy, because the first level is. And then as you keep playing, it gets cryptic at times, confusing, and also hard at times. Not like impossible to get through, but like, oh shit, this is like a really tight encounter. And Blood's harder because it has more hit scanners, from what I remember. Oh yeah, there's spotted an enemy in Duke Nukem that it was like this alien, armored alien, and as soon as like he pops up, he just starts unloading on you. Like you have to go for cover so quick. Did you do the birth yet? I don't think so. I played through all of the like base content though, but I think it was because it was my birthday, and I'm just like, oops. It was because it was my birthday. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna rest now. I knew I heard one behind me. Wahoo! Is it actually good? I think that the way I have set up to play Duke Nukem 3D, I think it has like that extra version, and I don't have to like do the Gearbox version where they fuck up all the sound audio. Hi, Bearsona, hello. Oh. Hold on, I'm gonna lure them to me. Come over here. If they'll even bother me. Or follow me. I don't think he can hit me, it'll just hit the wall. Okay, this is annoying. I'm not patient enough for this. So he's up there. Where the fuck did he go? Oh. Oh, it's prioritizing that enemy. I was trying to hit the one on the bridge. I can't tell if it's actually hidden sometimes. Oh, I think if they're too far away, it kind of like acts like I'm just hitting the wall. The fourth episode that you didn't get to is the birth, and then the Gearbox episode is Alien New Order. Oh! Oh, so was the fourth episode like content that they added later, like in the whenever Duke Nukem 3D originally came out? Okay, I thought I had only one thing left to play. this is the only way to deal with them.
Names of a friend.
Oh, thank you for the follow. I think that modern survival horror is missing that. I think that they streamline. It almost gets things right, but sometimes it has, like, not enough to it. Level design is simpler, shit like that. And then you have the Silent Hill 2 remake, which its issue seems to be that it's too bloated, but not, like, in a good way. So it's like, no matter what you do, you can still, like, if you go from one opposite end, you can still fuck it up. Wait, what did I get from all this? I actually, my brain's like half off. I'll probably call it after this level. Keep it like a little short stream. Sounds crazy now, but back then the dev time for an expansion wasn't that long. I guess that makes sense because it would just be like based on like textures that they already have, models they already have, although they would add new content like a little bit, but they already had like the toys to play with to make new shit. Yep, Pirate Doom. I love Pirate Doom. Nothing? I really need to get out of this, like, situation. 5 health? I won't quick save. I'll just assume that I might die. Because I don't want to save and, like, trap myself in a loop. This sucks. Because he's hit scan! You're not hit scan, you're projectile, but I can't fucking see. Health? Should play it safe. And if I don't pay attention, I swear some, like, gunner guy will just, like, pop up. Okay, that's where it started. Oh, almost didn't see you. Oh, please, 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 give me some. No! No! Oh shit, he's eating me like chicken. Alright, how far back am I set? Oh shit, we're all the way back here. I don't know if I actually... Oh, hi, Cooper. I don't know if I actually hear people refer to survival horror fans as gatekeepery of all, like, the fandoms. But they do call us, I guess, elitists, although I guess that's the same thing, huh? Yeah! I think I fucked something up. Wait. I think the problem I have with the Silent Hill 2 remake, though, is just the philosophy of it. I hate this idea that if, like, remaking and homogenizing a classic horror to a new, modern, adapted formula so that new gamers don't have to meet the original game on its own terms. Yeah, it's just annoying. Like, no, you can't do fixed camera, you can't do tank controls, because it's bad. Why? Because it's different? Like, I thought, like, there's all different kinds of video games. There's chess, there's checkers, there's Minesweeper, there's Snake, Tetris. They're all different. So why can't, like, games with guns be different? I mean, I guess they kind of are. Like, Call of Duty isn't exactly like Resident Evil, but you get my point. I guess Silent Hill is not exactly about the guns, although they do have it. But you get what I'm saying. Just, I think, like, having variety is good. You don't need every game to universally play the same, feel the same, look the same. But there's so many people who say, oh my god, it is literally the year 2025, and we're doing this kind of camera? Get it together. And then sales get impacted. No, 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 stay away from me! I'm too scared to try to, like, switch weapons. Alright, I'm literally barely better off than the last time I did this. I've learned nothing. His smile frightens me. Ooh, thank you. Oh, I'm full. Wait, wait, wait. If that's the case... Give me... Wait. Oh. Oh, what the hell? I didn't get that last time. It makes this part easy. I think usually whenever I play this, I get the light. But for some reason, I don't know, I didn't think to examine that. Let's save because I don't know if I have. Oh, no. But we're gonna go this way. Are you coming? I'll just wait till I get to him. Wait, where? Oh. No, I meant this. Gimme. I can't believe I died in a room of health. I don't like a lot of gatekeeping stuff because it's not like I'm against minor quality of life options and stuff, but like I feel like just waiting for the remake of everything will keep people uncultured and closed-minded to these games. Outside of the modern scope. Yeah, like... I just feel like that's kind of human nature, though. I just feel like if they don't remake these games, I think a lot of these people would never even make time to play the originals. I think a lot of people just don't care. And it sucks, but it's just the way it is. And the other thing that sucks is that sometimes quality of life is debatable. Some people will act like, oh, we changed the camera. There's so much quality of life now. Like Until Dawn is a game where it's kind of like survival horror, but like not much to it. And you walk around with fixed camera. All you really do is walk around, pick stuff up.
Names of a friend.
Thank you for the follow. Also, thank you. But yeah, all you really do is walk around, pick shit up, and then if anything's going to harm you, it will be a QTE, and usually that's in a cutscene. And then they remake it, and they're like, okay, we adjusted the camera to where it's not fixed camera. Why? Why would you do that? That's not a game where, like, you even have any excuse of, it sucks, I can't see the enemies. It's like, there's no excuse. Just people just get mad because it's different. And the reason why I'm elitist and kind of gatekeepy, although not to much avail, it's not like anything's gonna change. So I just like say my opinions, and they might be mean to some people, but you know, we're in that kind of compromise, right? I feel bad I always say the same like speech, but I'm compromising. I am accepting my Resident Evil remakes. They're not exactly how I wanted them to be, but I guess they're good enough. You know? It's not ideal, and it sucks. Like, alright, it's compromisey, okay, it's quality of life, quote, but it makes it a less enjoyable game for me, and it makes it more enjoyable for them, and so one side's happy, but not me. Is it fun to play? Like the Resident Evil remakes? They're mixed bags. Like, they're kind of fun, but like, it's hard for me to enjoy something if certain flaws kind of stick out to me. And a lot of what will distract me is like, oh wow, this is pretty good. It could have been so much better. Like, tweak this, and it would have been perfect. And so, I play a lot of stuff and I lament all the mistakes that they make. Because it'll make the mistakes will either make it a less interesting game, or it'll actually make me not like it. One beer. Huh? I thought that I was pressing it and then getting stuck in it, but I was just walking into it. I've seen people get like weirdly spiteful and shitty about remakes. Like I see, to remake, you basically never have to play the original, and the remake makes the original absolute and shit, even though it fundamentally makes a blinder experience. Yeah, like I don't like those people. Like back whenever I was more active on Resident Evil forums, there was always like a really high lack of respect for the old games. Like a lot of these like gatekeeping, they're really shitty and like mean. They're like, oh, Resident Evil 1 through Code Veronica is dog shit. Resident Evil 4 on the other hand, that's where it's at. Sorry, not sorry. You only like Resident Evil 1 and 2 and 3 because of nostalgia, because you grew up with it. So, yeah, you're wrong. Resident Evil 5 is also the best, and Resident Evil 6 is also the best. It's just like, okay, whatever. But, like, I won't say your game's bad, but why do you say my game's bad? But, whatever. Human beings exist to fight. When people say Resident Evil 5 and 6 are the best, that's a very specific type of person. If you say that 5 is better than 4 or something, then it's like, oh, you're, interesting. If somebody likes 5 and 6, I think that's fine, though. I don't even think... Oh, it's not! Oh, shit, I didn't realize I was almost dead. Like, people say Resident Evil 1 and 2 and etc. that they're jank. No, they're fucking not. Try playing the games that try to rip off Resident Evil. And I don't mean like the ones that stand out in a good way like Silent Hill, but like Martian Gothic and other stuff, or Galarians, input delay, turn-in doesn't feel as good, movement just doesn't feel as fluid and smooth, camera angles can be disorienting in other games because they're not planned correctly. Mainly only Galarians has ever made me feel that way. I've never personally played Overblood. A lot of people don't appreciate retro games, it seems. I'm not too familiar with the RE fan base, but I know Sonic fans can feud over classic Sonic. I feel like for the most part, there's quite a few people that do appreciate retro games. Or maybe just the communities I'm involved in have those kinds of people. But it's okay, we're all fighting, we're all being mean. Oh, yeah. I realized last second that I wanted to disable the, all the redeems because it might get a little bit overwhelming. Just remind me to re-enable them, the next time I stream, which, by the way, I had to, like, re-look at my schedule because I've been so flustered and I don't know what's going on, but I know I have a collab Tuesday, a collab Wednesday, and then a collab Sunday. So today, or this week is, like, super collab focused. But I know that sometimes the collabs are later in the day, so I have time to do solo streams. But I might not do a solo stream tomorrow to rest after today. Not so much because the stream exhausts me, but you know. Did I have crouch? Did I accidentally crouch? You're not supposed to be able to crouch in Doom. I'm gonna have to turn that off if I accidentally keep doing it. To be honest, though, I don't know if if I recall any Doom mods that I played that needed you to crouch, ever. I don't want to waste my shot. People consumers a lot of shit, but there's a lot of people I see who get into retro games way before their time and end up enjoying them. Exactly, there's lots of people that I see all the time. And I'm like, oh, you're playing this game? You must be old. And then you find out that they're like 19. It's like, wait, oh, aged? It's just a little bit, it's a little overwhelming, and I feel like it's that way for every single gen. You're young, and you have all kinds of new content that's constantly coming out, and then you have a bunch of old people telling you, oh, what? Do you know that there's like thousands of years of worth of content that you need to get to as well? So I can imagine it's a little bit overwhelming. And that's why I struggle to get to every single, like, adored classic. Wait, you haven't seen this iconic movie? You haven't seen Citizen Kane? No, I haven't. I want to, I just haven't gotten to it. That should be a thing we stream. By the way, for anybody who's new, we do have a Discord. If you type !Discord, it links to my community, and we do movie nights. No, 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 not these guys. I wonder, what's harder, like classic Castlevania or classic Mega Man? What's harder? I can't do classic Mega Man. I suck too much. Interesting. What about if we match up classic Ninja Gaiden? I heard somebody behind me. Huh, okay. Mega Man's better? Ninja Gaiden is hard because it's bullshit, so it's not hard in, like, the good way. But in the kind of, like, tedious, annoying way. Everybody wants me to play Modern Ninja Gaiden, and then, the Mikami game, God Hand. We're gonna do God Hand. I promise. I was like, is this not the end? And like, oh, there it is. I'm gonna do God Hand, I swear, I promise. And then we got the Sunken Ghost Ship. This game is literally made for me, although we're about to sink. Unfortunately, when we're in the water, we kind of like go a little bit slow. And then they have like the Mario Ghost music, right? I think that only kicks in whenever we get to inside. We're gonna go ahead and call it here. There's autosaves on this? How do I save? Save? How do you save? I don't remember. Oh, there we go. Okay. That kind of worked. Okay. No more gaming. I wrap up. Pumpkin tired. Where is okay. Oh, you want to see the one of the other backgrounds? We'll do that because we're basically calling it. We'll pretend that it's really late at night, which it kind of is. I mean, not that late. Oh, shit. I just realized I'm doing a short stream. I thought I streamed at least 3 hours, but I did not. Here we go. Have a night background. I feel like you like God Hand. I'm gonna assume so. I haven't spoiled myself on it too much. Just what Electric Underground kind of showed and said that it's very, you have to really manually position yourself instead of like relying on magnetization to pull you around like a lot of modern games do. It makes things feel a little bit easier and lazy whenever you do that. Arkham Asylum's kind of like that. Hold on, let me scroll up and see what Cabosis said. Ninja Gaiden can be beat pretty fast if you know what you're doing, so I wouldn't call it tedious. Yeah, but the problem is that, like, those games, they all know that they're short, so they make themselves extremely difficult, so you have to keep playing over and over to trial and error and get all the muscle memory and rhythm down to be able to get through those games. And then there's other challenges, I guess you can do, like what in the shmups, where the real goal is to try and get through the entire thing on one life and stuff like that. But it's like, a lot of those games are actually quite short. Hi, Surumaki, hello, hello! And thank you, thank you! Arigato. The croc is still there at night. Yeah, he's always there. I'm surrounded by little crocodiles, and then I got my comfort one right here that will soothe me. But everybody, I wanted to say thank you so much for coming to my debut. And then again, I do apologize that I was not my normal self. Eventually, we'll get to a stream where I'm normal. and we'll have fun again in the proper way. But I was very insistent on not canceling the stream.
Names of a friend.
Thank you for the follow. I didn't want to cancel it because I've been hyping it up so much, and it's really annoying to be like, okay guys, all that hype, it's delayed. And then I had to make a new post announcing a new date, and I just didn't want to deal with that. But let's go ahead and plug the socials. So here's my Discord. I said it earlier, but it has, you can opt into roles to get pings whenever we do movie nights, game nights, or whenever I go live. And generally, we just like chill and hang out in there, and it's really fun. I have my Twitter. That is, I forgot, that's my main Twitter. But the Sailor Synth content, like original content, will be on here. If you go to the Moe page, the Piku page, it will have my Twitter, which is just Sailor Synth. I'll have to figure out a better way to advertise that. Maybe I'll make it to where I just post the Sailor Synth Twitter instead of the website, but the website links to other stuff, I guess. Yeah, thank you. I'm sure things will get better. It was just really bad timing, everything. But, I feel like things went okay enough. And then also, here's my website that has all of my external links, ways to support, reference sheets, or whatever might interest you. The Piku page is more focused on, like, Sailor Synth stuff, if that's kind of like what you're more into. Now, let's go ahead and see who we can raid. Also, let me post it for the other people too before I forget. Let me also, incidentally, since you mentioned a movie night idea, one of the things I assisted in recovering was the laserdisc of the Ninja Ryukuden Ninja Gaiden OVA. That's cool. I haven't seen any Ninja Gaiden animation stuff. At first I thought you were going to be talking about Ninja Scroll. I have a Trigun laserdiscs. They're super cool. I've never owned like an actual laserdisc though, like the thing you watch it on. Shmups, it's more like the games are so designed around you having power-ups that if you lose life, you may as well just game over right there. Fair enough. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, and let's see who's around. I can't pick, because there's lots of cool people that are on. Let's see which homies. Oh, Love is streaming. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Love. If he's actually still live. Double check. Oh yep, he's actually just going live right now. Unfortunately, I don't have like a unique goodnight screen, but I'm overdoing it. Like, I have too much stuff going on. So now I bid you adieu, and I'll see you tomorrow.